Welcome back to the Relius Reviews. Today's review is focused on iCarly episode 8 entitled I Love Gwen. And the official synopsis of I Love Gwen is Carly and Millicent push Freddie and his ex-wife together after a series of misunderstandings lead them to believe that the couple wants to reunite. Harper and Spencer get roped into doing tech work on Millicent's school play. Now, I thought this episode, to me, it was cool, but it was a little bit cringeworthy at the same time with how some things were transpired. So here's my episode recap and also my episode review. So the episode begins with the entire gang, except for Freddie, all doing virtual reality, just having a good time until Carly accidentally breaks one of Spencer's vases and everything. And the reason why Freddie is upset because Gwen, Millicent's mother, and his ex-wife is coming to town to pick up Millicent to spend time with her. And we find out that Gwen is like a marine biologist, a famous one in fact, and she doesn't have that much time to spend with her daughter because she's always away. And it seems as if that Carly and Gwen have some beef because of what she did to Freddie, but it turns out that it's just all BS and they just pretended to have fake beef together because of just they knew how Freddie would react and everything if they were still hanging out together. So they pretend to hate each other, but in secret, they're still good friends. So then it goes to see Harper and Spencer. They're playing pool. And Millicent gets bad news that the person who tries to help her with the school play can't do it for a few different reasons. And in my opinion, I truly believe that she just basically made that story up to get Harper and Spencer to help her with the play because their expertise in their professions, with Harper making dresses and Spencer building sets. They all agreed to do it. So then Carly and Gwen, they catch up on old times, just talking about different things. But then Carly sees a necklace that Gwen has with Freddie's face on it, and she starts to get a little bit suspicious. So then we see that Harper, Spencer, and Freddie just talking about different things. And then Freddie brings up the fact that Gwen was a really good cook and she knew how to make some really good enchiladas. He tries to see if she'll make some enchiladas for old time's sake, but she can't do it due to timing and everything. And so then Millicent misinterprets it as if like Freddie wants to get back with her mother. So then Millicent tells Carly about this entire ordeal, and then Millicent has the idea that she's going to try to get her parents back together, either if they like it or not. And there's a sleepover happening, and it's Carly, Millicent, and Freddie's mother, Marissa. And so Freddie's mother, Marissa, she is just the same as she always has been, overprotective. She always had that big old first aid kit. We see that come back in this episode. So they are all doing a puzzle together with Freddie's face on it, which is kind of weird to say the least, but that's Freddie's mother. So that is Freddie's mother. And meanwhile, we see Freddie and Gwen, they're talking about as in like why she's back and the reasoning as to why she has a necklace. We find out some small information about what happened to Millicent's real father, and it's discovered that he's passed away from unknown causes, and that Gwen is now starting to date again, which is Freddie. He's really happy to hear about that. But then in the meanwhile, Carly and Millicent are eavesdropping to see what's going on. And it seems as if that the two people are about to tell Millicent the truth, but they decide to wait that after Millicent's play is over. So then it goes to Millicent's play. And so Carly finally finds out the truth by accident that Gwen is actually seeing somebody else. And then she accidentally reveals the truth about her and Gwen's friendship and how long they've been hanging out together since the divorce. And Freddie, understandably, is upset about this reveal, but not too upset at the same time. Meanwhile, Spencer's set is falling apart with his idea that he had, which was a toasted set with just toast and peanut butter. And in my opinion, the set did not look bad at all because it was actually pretty interesting to say the least. And Harper making jokes about it, but then one of the kids was like, "This ain't no laughing matter," and that shuts her up real quick. And Millicent, she eventually finds out the truth from Carly after she basically ruins the entire play with everyone in the audience, from Freddie, Gwen, Freddie's mother. Like, it's all bad, and Spencer accidentally destroys part of the set. So then Gwen and Freddie, they sit Millicent down. They tell her the truth about everything, and Millicent understands about what's going on, and she's happy for her mother. And then Harper and Spencer, they get ribbons for their excellent work of achievement. But then meanwhile, Carly gets into trouble because she did technically ruin the play. And that's how the episode ends. Like I said, I thought this episode was pretty cool, a little bit cringeworthy at the same time with how things were transpired in some scenes. And I would have to say that some of the things that I enjoyed about this episode, first and foremost, was seeing Millicent's mother and Freddie's ex-wife, Gwen, and finding out some pretty important background information about her. It was nice to see Gwen in that aspect, and hopefully she can make a few more appearances down the line. It was good to see Freddie's crazy mother again, Marissa, and that big old first aid kit that she had, because she definitely did have that first aid kit in the original TV show as well. So some things never change, I'll say that. And although we get small information about Millicent's real father, I wanted to know exactly, how did Millicent's real father die? Like, did he die from a disease? Did he die from natural causes? Like, what happened to Millicent's father and how did he die? And so the show did get reviewed. The show did get renewed for a second season. So this is not the end of it. Only time will tell with what's going to happen next. But I will continue to keep watching. And until next time, goodbye.